Your root chakra energy and power that you activate and awaken and integrate literally has the power to unify nations, to heal yourself and others in your orbit. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I am your host and creator of this here colony. It is a growing colony, might I add. I mean, we are growing globally. Folks from India, folks from Africa have joined the colony, and I couldn't be more grateful that my pains haven't gone in vain. So I'm the creator and host of this colony, the Queen Bee, as you already know, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. And welcome into the hive. Welcome into the fold. Listen. For those of you who want to collaborate with me, partner with me, sponsor Alcheminity, then please get all that information in the description box below. You can reach out to me. All the information is there. Those of you who want to get your copy of Activate, all that information is in the description box as well. Shouts out to those of you who've gotten your copy. I've gotten your emails. I've gotten your comments. I've gotten your DMs. And I'm so glad to know that that written work that was birthed through me is speaking to you. I don't even like to say a book that I wrote. I like to say a book that was written through me. So anyway, to get your copy, you can get it on Amazon, or you can order directly from me. I've got one or two copies left. So if you want to get those directly from me, you'll have to order from my website, TimmeshaBurgess.com. Okay, let's get into this message. Listen, I just did a membership video for my members only content. Some of the stuff that I say is way too juicy to just post publicly. So if you want to get more of a breakdown, please become a member, and you can get access to how to handle your pussy, Poose, power. How to handle having pussy power, Poos hyphenated E, power. Okay. But I wanted to share this publicly as well. But I'm just going to change some of the wording, stuff like that, because I don't want to get flagged or dinged from YouTube. So let's get into this, y'all. Listen, when you heal and activate and integrate your root chakra energy, it's rising up from your root. It's growing all of these beautiful branches, and it's producing this yummy, juicy nectar, right? It's rising up to your crown, to be crowned, sitting on the throne within you. Your power is sitting on the throne within you. Your kundalini snake energy is seated upright. It's no longer slithering on the ground. It is seated upright. All right. When you do this work on and in yourself, and continue to do this work on and in yourself, okay, what you do with this power, you are responsible for what you do with this power once you activate and integrate and awaken. On one of my last videos, also a membership only video, I mentioned, how this power can create stalkers, right? But in that video, I also mentioned activate responsibly. Okay, we're going to use that tag to activate responsibly, because once you do awaken and activate, you have a responsibility, right? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. When we talk about rising up and raising up the kundalini from the root to the crown, to be crowned sitting on the throne, well, heavy is the head that wears the crown. This crown is the crown of righteousness. This crown is the crown of enlightenment. This crown is the crown of ancient wisdom. This crown is the crown of emotional intelligence, mental health, spiritual maturity, right? You're crowned in your divinity. Heavy is the head. So you have a responsibility to carry. All right. And so when you do this work in and on yourself to awaken and rise up your root chakra energy, literally you are awakening a power that can heal, uplift, empower, and unify. Literally, you can bring nations together with the power of your Yoni. Yes, this is true. You have the power to unite nations with your Yoni. Also in the membership video, Esther came to mind. And so I want to use that same allegorical story here. Again, y'all know I'm not a religious person. If anybody's the devil advocate, it is moi, okay? If you are, if you're here in our community, you're already emotionally intelligent. You already know what devil advocate means on this journey. It means that we've unified our dark and our light. Okay. It means we've integrated both our yin yang, our heaven, our hell, our angels, and our demons, right? So you also become devil's advocate, meaning you have awakened this ancient knowledge out of the darkness of you. You travel through the hell in your life, okay? And in your body, you've gone down into the deep, dark shadows. You've gone into the dark night of the soul odyssey, and you've come back with all of this wisdom, all of this yummy, juicy, golden knowledge and intelligence about who and what you are and why you've come to this planet. So that is what I mean by being devil's advocate. You have got to integrate not only your beauty, but your beast, okay? Not only your angels, but your demons. And your demons are also angels. But anyway, we'll talk about that at some point. Although I already have, go and check out some old videos. But let's get back to it, y'all. Listen. When you activate and awaken, you have a responsibility of what you do with your root chakra energy once it begins to rise up, what you do with the power of your Yoni. Wars have began and end with the power of your Yoni. This is why I created the Pussy Power merch, POOS-E merch. When Spirit channeled this wisdom to me, I knew I would be remiss if I kept it to myself. So just the way I created the Fear, Feminine Power merch, the Pussy Power merch is available. It's been available for some time. I've not talked about it as much as I talked about Fear, Feminine Power because there's levels to this shit, right? The first initiation point or point of initiation was the Fear, Feminine Power. Feminine Power being this dark energy, okay? People refer to it as dark feminine energy, or just feminine power, feminine energy. And what it is the suppressed goddess, right? Everybody knows God, right? We know the masculine concept of God, but we don't know the feminine concept of God, which is goddess, which is hidden in the dark, which is why we call it dark feminine energy, because it's hidden in the dark and because it's the rawest, purest form of power. And because it's the rawest, purest form of power, it isn't meant for everybody. Not everybody's supposed to be activating it unless you've developed emotional intelligence and mental health about it. So I want to go back to the meat of why Spirit is guiding me to share this with you right now. So once you activate and once you awaken and once you integrate, I'm going to keep saying that what you do with the power of your Yoni, what you're supposed to do with the power of this root chakra energy that's rising up from your Pooses, Poose hyphenated E, you're supposed to be discerning and intuitive about who you are supposed to help heal, activate, and awaken, and how you are supposed to help unify with your Yoni. Now, people are thinking, well, I'm supposed to be having sex with people to help heal them and all that kind of stuff. That may be a part of it. That may be some of your missions, but we're not talking about laying it low. What did Toni Braxton's mom say? We're not talking about spreading it wide and laying it low. Okay, that's not what we're talking about here. Because the wisdom behind this is when you activate, when you awaken, when you integrate, and you raise this energy and this power up, people can experience the power of your root chakra energy without ever entering you. Why? Because you're raising this energy up. It's literally rising up through all of the other chakra points. Your Yoni root chakra energy rises up to activate your throat chakra. So people are still experiencing the power of your Yoni by just listening to you speak. Oh. When you become an activated one, okay, as the alchemist, turning your pain into power, you have had to learn how to raise up your root chakra energy. And once you raise this up, this power, this energy literally activates other power centers in your body. Again, your crown, your throat chakra, your third eye, your heart chakra energy. When people experience your love, okay, i.e. your heart chakra, they are also simultaneously experiencing the power of your root chakra, the power of your Yoni, the power of your Poose, Poos-E. Okay. I am so over hearing these very low vibrational, toxic, narcissistic, manipulative definitions of pussy power. It has nothing to do with putting it on Tyrone. But it has everything to do with awakening and activating a power, an ancient power that is meant to heal, uplift, unify, and empower. Okay? So don't listen to these chicks out here who are trying to preach and talk about pussy power, who haven't developed emotional intelligence or mental health themselves. They are sick people spreading knowledge that they have no idea about. They're trying to spread information that they haven't even activated within themselves. They just heard somebody say it and they think it means going to put it on Tyrone in hopes that they can get a bag or a belt. Heifer, please sit down and listen while grown folks are talking. Okay? Listen, y'all. When you activate and heal your root chakra and raise this energy up, people are able to still experience the power of your yoni by the way that you move, by the way that you speak, by the decisions that you make, how you dress, even how you smell, right? All the time when I'm at work, I'm walking through the airport, or I'm on the aircraft and working some flights. Those of y'all know that I work as a flight attendant. And I'd be so tired, y'all. Please donate more and buy more merch and get your books so I can retire from working so much, okay? Until I go corporate. That's the goal. But anyway, listen, y'all. When I'm walking through the aircraft, I get so many compliments, not only on how I look, as we already know, when you activate, you're activating your beauty and your magnetism and all this kind of stuff. But your magnetism also shows up in the way that you smell. Okay. So when I'm walking through the aircraft, I get so many compliments on how I smell, what I smell like. Yes, I put on certain oils, but I put on certain oils that mix well with my natural pheromones. Okay. That is magnetic. That is attractive. You ever smelled a perfume on somebody and it smells so damn good? And you're like, oh my God, what are you wearing? And then you smelled that same perfume on somebody else and it didn't have the same smell, right? It's because every one of us has our own pheromones. And so the way that you smell can be very magnetic, especially when you activate, okay? And then when you do wear a certain perfume or a certain oil perfume that aligns with your natural pheromones, okay, you become even more magnetic. People love the way you smell. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing Jill Scott. What's her song? I think it was Crown Royal Eyes. Crown Royal Eyes. And she said, you smelled so good. She said, I met somebody else and they wore that same cologne, but it stunk on them though. Or something she said like that, right? It's basically what she was saying was whatever cologne that this particular man wore, it smelled so fucking good on him. It was so yummy and delicious on him. When she smelled it on the next guy, it wasn't the same, right? So this is the same thing with your energy. So people, again, are experiencing the power of your yoni, of your root chakra energy. After it has risen up and awakened and been healed, they are still experiencing you by the way that you smell, by the way that you move, by the way that you talk. Your yoni root chakra energy is meant to heal in more ways than one. It is meant to unite and to unify in more ways than one. You awakening your Kundalini energy and power, okay, is meant to lead nations. I also said in the membership video that some of you will be guided into certain relationships, whether it be twin flame or soulmate or just, life partner, okay, or whatever, destiny partner. Some of you will be guided to be in relationships with people who are in positions of power because of your yoni, because your yoni is literally going to help that person in position of power. Together you will lead. Together you will unify. Some of you may be marrying into or going into some type of union with, I don't know, presidents of countries, okay, leaders of nations or something like that. And when you two come together, it will be like a supernova, except you won't self-destruct. You won't explode, but your power together will be explosive. I'm hearing, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better, right? This is what happens when you activate as a chosen one, as an activated one, as an alchemist, as a 144 activated one, and you come together in a divine union with somebody. Your yoni is literally going to help the both of you unify nations together. Some of you are going to be in true power couple relationships because of the power of your yoni. So earlier I mentioned Esther. I was hearing the story of Esther. Esther had yoni root chakra power, baby. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. Nefertiti. Oh, yes. Aphrodite. Oh, yes. Okay. There were many women brought to the king But Esther was the one that was chosen out of them all. The way that she moved, the way that she carried herself, how wise she was. Okay. She could read, so she was considered wise and intelligent, right? Well, most women at that time didn't, but her uncle taught her. She came from a completely different background, religious beliefs and all that stuff from the king, but he chose her because of the activated energy in her. She knew herself before anybody else had the ability or the chance to know her. She knew herself. She had an intrinsic connection to herself. Now, again, I'm not a religious person, but I take what resonates and I leave the rest. So the story of Esther is so relevant because Esther truly operated in her root activated Yoni power. Now, we don't know because at that time, the king got who he wanted. Okay. So we don't know when he may have accessed Esther because what the king said went. All right. So we don't know. But if he shared in accessing Esther, okay, through penetrative intimacy, then I can guarantee you that was just a cherry on top because she was already operating in this energy that drew him in. She was already very magnetic and very attractive because she was intelligent, right? Because he saw her behind the veil before remember I don't know if y'all saw the movie of Esther on YouTube, but the way that they set it up, he never really saw her. And she never really saw him. They saw each other through the veil because they kept, however they did things at that time. So he only ever listened to her. Hint, hint, going back to the power of your Yoni being activated through your throat chakra. You have the ability to heal and uplift and unite through your voice. So she would read to him. Remember, she would read to him. Hello. So he was hearing her voice. He was experiencing her power through her voice. Her voice was magnetic and enticing. It drew him in, right? But why does all of this matter? It wasn't just about getting the guy because Esther could care less. Remember, she was taken from her own home and so many other women and girls were taken from their home to be brought before the king. So it wasn't like she cared about getting the guy. It had nothing to do with him, especially if he's snatching me up. That's not sexy. Right? Who wants to be snatched up? I am man. You are woman. You come with me. Right? Who wants that? Well, unless we're role playing. But anyway, listen. So it wasn't about trying to be with the king. That shit didn't matter. Who wanted to be with a king, a heartless king, right? Going back, why settle for a king when you can have a god? He was a king, but he became a god when Esther came into his life because of her Yoni activated root chakra power that had risen up through her and was crowned within her. She was walking upright in her wisdom and in her divinity. Why? Because she knew herself. Because she was activated in her purpose. Even though she didn't fully know what her purpose was, when she was brought before the king, it was revealed to her what her purpose was because Mordecai, was it Mordecai, her uncle, right? Let her know that they're killing our people. You have got to go before the king. So when I say wars begin and end with the power of the Yoni, this is a great example of that. Her activated root chakra Yoni power and her voice and who she was helped save her people. This is the type of missions y'all are activating. These are the type of purposes y'all are activating. Why did I decide to get certified as a sexuality educator? Okay, I have a bachelor's in sociology. I earned a master's in psychology. And then I went on to earn my certification as a sexuality educator. I can teach sexuality anywhere that I go. Why did I decide to do that? Because I was guided to do that. Because as I began to awaken the wisdom of my root chakra and it was rising, because let me tell you something, when you awaken this energy, it begins to teach you and educate you as it's activating all of your chakra points, right? Think of it as doors opening up, doorways opening up. And as you activate all of these doorways and what's behind those doorways, all of this wisdom and knowledge begins to be unleashed in you. You start to awaken to all of these hidden truths, okay? Hidden for lifetimes, okay, suppressed for lifetimes within you. So your root chakra is rising up. So imagine that snake energy rising up and it's activating and awakening all of this truth and all of this wisdom and all of this knowledge. So as I began to do that, my spirit guide said, okay, you know what? I'm supposed to be teaching sexuality. I think I want to get certified in this. I want to learn the basics because I knew things on a spiritual level, but I still wanted the basics because I needed to know that there was science attached to the philosophies and the spiritual ideologies that I share here. And there is. I've got science to back this shit up. Okay. There's quantum science that backs up what I'm saying. Okay. Go and do the research yourself. But for those of you who are joining the masterclass over on patreon.com/alcheminity, okay, you will be learning this science behind why this is true for you, especially for you as alchemists. This isn't for everybody, but if you have been guided to join the masterclass, then you will be getting the science behind how true this is for you. So I want you to know that as you're activating, awakening, and healing your root chakra and that energy is rising up, you will be called into positions of power. You will be called into power unions, power couple unions, because together with the wisdom of your Yoni and of your root chakra, together with the power and influence of your mate, ooh, honey, he's a movement by himself, but he's a force when y'all are together. For my fellas, she's a movement by herself. Ooh, but she's a force when y'all are together, when you come into her life. Ladies, when you go into his life, okay? Together, when two or more are gathered is what I'm hearing. When two or more are gathered, the synchronizations take place. I'm hearing activate. When two or more are gathered, these full activations happen. The full manifestation of your missions and your purposes happen. And so for the Pussy Power merch, on the merch, you will see that you awaken and activate the spirit of your Yoni for more reasons than just one. That this Kundalini energy, the serpent energy that is rising up, is raising up for grand missions and purposes. And that is what you need to use this for. Because you can't keep this fire inside of yourself. It will burn you up. Oh, I was watching, so I was on a work trip, and I was, we were over in, I forget where I was. Where was I? We go so many places, I don't remember where I was. I think I was laid over in Chicago. Yeah. I just got back last night, and, or whenever y'all see this, then last night would have been a couple days ago, but I was in the hotel room, and I never turn on the TV in the hotel room. I'm usually just in meditation, or I'm recording some content for y'all, or I'm writing some articles or whatever. But I turned the TV on particularly, and I was looking for something to just kind of wind down to. I wanted to put my cell phone away and just kind of tune out. And I turned to, what's the movie with I Am Groot? I Am Groot. Oh, and so it was on the scene. I can't remember. I forget it. I can't remember the name of the movie. Please put it in the comments, y'all, for y'all that know. I love I Am Groot. And there was just like this little jewel thing that was really, really powerful. And if you touched it, you would like decombust. Like it would just eat you up because the power was too strong. And this part touched me so much. I was like, oh, I can't wait to share this with the colony. So there was a part where the guy who liked Zoe Saldana in the movie, right? Zoe Saldana was like, I think she was green or purple or something. I can't remember. Anyway, he held on to the jewel thing, and he started to break up and decombust, and he was going to explode because the power was too strong, right? And so she was like, grab my hand. And so he was like, oh, and they just reached for each other and they grabbed each other. And so the power wasn't all embodied and suppressed within him, right? It channeled over to her. And then who came? Then the little fox, whatever that little, we don't know what he is, a fox or mixed with a raccoon, a possum, whatever that is, the little thing, so then he reached and then he grabbed onto his other hand, and then the power channeled over to him. So it was from him to Zoe, and then to the little fox thing. And then it went over to my dude, the former wrestler. I can't remember his name, y'all. Put their names in the comments. I don't remember. It went over to the very muscly guy, went over to him. And then they were just like holding on. And so I'm sharing that example because I think it's such a great example. When you activate this root chakra and this energy starts to rise up, when you activate your Kundalini energy up to your crown, it is your responsibility, heavy's head to wear the crown, to pour that energy out. It needs to channel out of you, right? So you can't keep this energy bottled up inside. You have to share it with the world. You have to share it through your missions, through your purposes, through what you create, through what you write, even your beauty, your magnetism, all that power and that energy. It needs a source. So you've got to outpour it or it will eat your ass up inside, right? It will destroy y'all. It will destroy you if you don't share this power. And so this Kundalini energy that you're raising up, you are supposed to be activating it and integrating it to unify nations, to help heal yourself and others around you, right? To help uplift, to help empower, to help inspire, to help motivate. This type of activated energy and power and purpose and mission makes you worthy to be honored and to be praised. All right. So we're at 25 minutes. Oh my gosh, these videos are getting long again. But when Spirit speaks, I let it speak. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Spirit, is there anything else you wanted to say? Higher self, lower self, angel, demons, heaven, hell, anything y'all wanted to say through me? I am your vessel. Speak through me. Am I missing any points? Spirit said that's good enough. Yeah. Don't forget to get your book, get your merch, get your Pussy Power merch, POS-E power. All that's information's in the description box below. Just click my Linktree link in the description box, and then it'll guide you to everywhere that I am and everywhere you can get what you want to get. Okay. Thank you to the new subscribers. Welcome home. This is your colony. Welcome home. Welcome into the fold. Welcome into the hive. We are building colonies all around the globe, in universes and other dimensions at this point, other galaxies at this point. We are doing our part. I'm so happy and I'm so thankful, y'all, that we have found each other again in this lifetime. Let's come here and do what we came here to do and get the hell out of here, huh? I'm looking for the spaceships. I'm ready to get on. Let's do what we came to do so we can get on the spaceship. I'm hearing fantastic voyage, right? I'm ready to go. So let's do what we came to this planet to do and get the hell on. I'm very bored with this planet, okay? In the words of Kiki Palmer, if aliens ask how's planet Earth, Kiki said, I wouldn't recommend it. It's very ghetto. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Listen, don't forget to donate. Please donate. Please donate. Okay. I need your Cash App, your Zelle, all that good stuff. Okay. And don't forget to like, don't forget to share this, and don't forget to comment in the comment section. Y'all already know that's where I am. I am babysitting those comments, because any foolery, you're getting blocked, you're getting reported, you're getting deleted. Okay. But some of you, many of you already know better. So yeah, keep a lookout in the comments, y'all. You don't have to just talk to me. Talk to other subscribers, to other colony members. Talk to each other. All right. I love y'all. I got to go. Okay, y'all. Bye.